We are live from Huntsville, Texas. No, I'm kidding. We're live from Fort Worth, Texas, ladies and gentlemen. And episode number 3. We being pretty consistent with it. Episode number 3. We got. My bad. Let me pull up the list. We're doing the 5 foundations, the 5 core values of a relationship. Last week we did truth. This week we're doing fidelity. Mainly faithfulness to your partner, and when it comes to sexual activity, I guess.
Temptation.
Yeah. So faithfulness to your partner in the sexual manner. You want to just take it away?
Yes. Today we're going to cover that infidelity. This is one of the issues that we've been having a lot more with people that they get tired of their spouses, or their spouses have triggered them to find an excuse of an argument, and they find another person just to fulfill their little emotion, or what would you call that? Like an emotion, like a trigger, like
fulfill their sexual needs.
Yeah, sexual needs. But I think like they use that as more like in a fighting kind of manner, like, oh, we're getting into an argument about this, I'm just gonna go leave the house.
Oh, you mean they use it as an excuse?
Yes.
They use internal conflict as an excuse to go out and be.
Most of the cases, yes.
What is it called, man? Why does the word slip my mind?
Okay, you guys.
Be promiscuous. Promiscuous. I sound educated. They, use internal conflict to be promiscuous with other. Everyone knows. Whatever. Blah blah blah. I can't do this. I'm leaving. They leave. They go hit up their ex, or they hit up their side chicks or side dudes. When really you should be dealing with your partner and working it out, but you're using this conflict to step out when you've actually already been thinking about stepping out anyways. I think we all come across this. I guess what angle do you want to take this from? Okay,
so let's use this, like, not an example, but it's something like I've been around people that have moonshine. We have moonshine. I've been around people that have done this a lot often. Let's say like you're getting in an argument with your significant other at home, and you take it into the workplace, or you take it to another male to be like, oh, you know what, I'm going through this with my significant other. Try not to fulfill like a feeling, an emotion when you're going through that with your partner. So they go out and they explain this to another female or an opposite sex about what you're going through with your spouse. I think it's to get attention most of the time, and you're not going to get the response that you want, because if you, and not all the time, but if you are explaining yourself to a complete stranger from work or outside of work and telling them about every personal thing that you're going through with your, oh, you know what, he's not filling my sexual needs, he's not listening to me, he's not some kind of argument. Yeah.
Okay, so I think I got it.
Yeah.
So sexual fidelity, right? Especially from a woman's point of view, because women and men both cheat differently, right? Women have an emotional attachment usually with the Women have an emotional attachment usually with the person that they're cheating with, and men, it's usually just a physical aspect. Now, it's not all the time for one, it's not all the time for the other, but in a broad sense, we cheat for different reasons. Both are equally immoral. Let me just hammer that one right out. Both are equally immoral because they cause an equal amount of pain to your significant other. Murder is murder, right? because a woman might murder out of passion and out of a deep emotional point, and a man may just do it out of pure aggression. It's different reasoning, but it all leads to the same conclusion, and they're both immoral, right? Same thing with cheating. They're both immoral. It doesn't matter the reasoning behind it. I think that's just a modern way of rationalizing things to yourself, so as men, we don't feel guilty, or we don't feel that we have any kind of culpability in our actions. To me, I think that's deeply avoiding responsibility for your actions. We have a big issue with today's society in avoiding responsibility for your actions, and avoiding the consequences. So where I want to lead off with that is sexual fidelity is very important. But before you even get to sexual fidelity, you need to get to mental fidelity, right? Only your partner is allowed to see the inner workings of your mind, the way they do. Because, as she was saying, you go and you complain to a coworker of the opposite sex, or you go to complain to a friend of the opposite sex. No one outside of your relationship should know your problems but your partner. That right there is a violation of your fidelity to your partner. I don't discuss the problems that me and her have. If me and her ever run into arguments, or we ever are in disagreement, and in vehement disagreement to where we're at each other's heads, or we're gunning for each other, I never talk to anybody about what me and her go through.
Not even with family.
Not even with family. What me and her are going through is between me and her.
Because only your partner can help you with the problem that you guys are getting. That's why you seek people, you be around people that are successful in their relationships, because you could take tips. You don't tell people your business, but some people be like, hey, so finances, how do I fix something, or how can I go through this? So you can always come with it. But like, if me and him are having like argument that we could fix ourselves, it has to be with you and your partner, because only you two can fix it. Everybody else wants to hear problems, because some people like gossip, some people like drama. And at the same time, if you're asking another opposite sex because you're trying to get some kind of reaction, or some kind of like, hey buddy, like I'm going through something, can you help me out? And somebody will be like, oh, since you're going through something and I'm going through something, or I could fulfill your needs. And without thinking about the consequences of what you're doing with your significant other, even flirting can lead to that too. Respect each other, that's all we ask in a relationship, just respect each other. And if you don't want somebody to do that to you, why is it okay to do that to somebody else? Like, it's okay for a guy to be like, yeah, babe, like, this person's like talking to me and blah, blah, blah. And your girl be like, well, what are you doing? Like, are you reacting to that? And some people won't even say anything. Like, I tell my husband everything that happens in my workplace. He knows from A to B. Sometimes he doesn't like it, but guess what? At least he's hearing it from me and not from somebody else. Just be open up about everything that it's in your mind before it leads into something that's gonna cause you permanent damage. Even errors can happen. I'm not saying that they don't happen. They do happen. But if you're able to talk to your significant other and let them know what's going on, and they listen to you, then it can help you a lot more than usual. Okay, you learn from something. But just because you make a mistake, it doesn't seem okay to do it over and over and over again, because it's gonna be an endless cycle. I've been around my family members that have cheated on their wives, and wives that have cheated on their husbands. Like, that's common in my family. But I had to break the cycle out of that. it's not okay because I have daughters. I don't want my daughters to get cheated on. I don't want my daughters to be doing the cheating. Um, what are we teaching this new generation of children that it's okay to children to see families breaking apart and going from back and forth on relationships? It's not healthy. Um, Kids don't need to be around that. It hurts. It hurts the family. It really hurts the family.
I fucked up. I didn't light up the light.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, I was. That's why I tapped her leg a little bit. I'm like,
My bad.
yeah, it's okay.
My bad, dog.
Hey, you know what, guys? It's 2:00 in the morning. I've been studying. I'm trying to become a supervisor, so we're half asleep. But it's something but everything that we're talking about right now, it's something that we do need to cover. So just bear with us a little bit. We're gonna have flaws here and there. We're gonna stutter, and we're drinking, so it doesn't really help either. But
and this is all like off the dome. Like we just have the topics and then we just rant on it. So none of this is real scripted. That's why you'll hear me say quite a bit. And yeah, it's all.
It's natural.
It's all candid.
Yeah, we just like to feel stuff because it makes it easier for you guys to hear from what's coming in our hearts, truly, and talking to you guys because life is not a script. You don't script your life, so
you can plan.
You could plan it, but it's not like you go as the waves go, right? So you're not like, oh, today I'm gonna do this, but things change and stuff. So that's pretty much what I'm trying to do with all of this that I'm talking about. I'm just trying to like go by the waves, if that makes sense. But yes, infidelity has become a big issue in this generation and old generation. And the older generation, they were really easy to cover it up too, because if you know that, back in, from now that I learned that a lot of people that I've known for a long time that raised me and did infidelity, I just barely found this stuff like just recently. So it kind of breaks me a little bit because I'm like, you guys been talking about, you guys say all these things, but you guys don't preach what you guys say. So I'm coming in from my own perspective of life of what I've been through with the cheating. My ex he was a very abusive guy. I had my chances to cheat, but even then I was really loyal because I didn't want to be the one doing the damage. You know what I'm saying? But I kept on letting myself get hurt and more hurt, but the emotions were gone already, so I didn't really care whether he cheated or not. We just didn't sleep together. We were like, this is it. Like we're not doing this anymore. But other than that had taught me with this relationship that communication is key. And if I have any problems with him, I have to take it to him. If he has any problems with me, he takes it on me. Like we communicate with each other. That's part of communication, guys. I mean, it's hard sometimes to speak to each other because one wants to get the point across from each other. Just sit down and just breathe it out, go outside for a little bit, take a little breather, and then come back in. And he plays video games. When he's mad, I know that when he plays Call of Duty. I
play for fun.
I know he play for fun, but okay, like perfect example, like he comes tired from work and he does play a little bit just to get his mind off of things and everything, but he doesn't take it all on me, so I know when he's stressed out, he waits a little bit and then he tells me what's going on that's affecting him. That's what I'm saying. Like he plays for a little bit to get his mind out of things, and then he talks to me about everything that he needs to tell me.
Yeah, as far as like men are concerned, when it comes to dealing with the issues in a relationship, make sure you don't come from you're not coming from a place of stress and anxiety. If you've already been stressed out for the day, you're beaten down from work and this is only going to make it worse because only you know your partner, right? I know her. I know she doesn't take criticism too well. So I have to be careful about my words and kind of work around it to get the message that I'm trying to convey to her without being an asshole, because sometimes I am an asshole. you have to make sure that you're calm, that you're in a calm enough state, and before you bring any kind of issue up, calm enough state, and make sure that your head's clear and you're in control of your own emotions before you start having a tough conversation.
Yeah, because only he takes my emotion out of me. Like, I let anybody, like, I could go ahead and head with somebody. I wouldn't care their criticism, but it matters everything what he says to me, because I take it to the heart. Because he encourages me to improve on myself. He encourages me to become something better, but I'm not going to use it as an excuse like, oh, you don't love me, you're finding somebody else. No, none of that. I know where his intentions are, and he knows where my intentions are with him as well. You have to learn each other's point in which you guys are in life. Sometimes, you guys might go through like grievings. You guys might go through pain within the family, things like that. But you gotta work it out between you and your spouse, because, again, nobody's gonna understand your guys' problems but yourself. Like, only your partner knows you more than anybody else, and that's what I'm trying to make everybody understand is.
And if your partner doesn't know you better than anyone else, you have a problem. You have to. That is the only person you can be vulnerable with, because oftentimes it can be you two against the world. And you two need to be in solid foundation with each other, like absolute solidarity with each other, because life is hard and it's going to kick you both. And it doesn't help to fight each other when you're both being beat down. It does not help at all.
And then adding another person into your life, that's just adding another problem. That is why it's not healthy for you to find another person to cover up those needs, because you're already going through emotion with your spouse, and then you're going to go add another problem, and then you're going to go through another problem, and you're just adding more to the freaking pot. Like, fucking stop. Like, just stop. And it pisses me off a little bit, because it's like, you don't know what you have until you lose it. I see people that have lost their significant other, and unfortunately, like, I'm just very, like, blessed that I have my significant other in my side. And I don't take that as and it hurts just to know that that people that you actually love and they're right there by your side, and you don't take advantage of that. You don't know till it's gone. I was gonna say another point of view, but it went over my head a little bit. But
my bad. That was my fault.
It's okay.
I spilled a little bit. My bad, yo.
It's okay. There was another point I was gonna come across, but it'll come to me. But yes, you guys.
Well, we're 20 minutes in. I think we got the point across as far as Fidelity goes. I mean, if there's any questions or anything like that, you guys can leave a comment, and either we'll respond or we'll make a video about it. But yeah, I think Fidelity is very important. That's why it's number 2 on the list.
Like, if you're gonna have to break up with your significant other too, like, if you guys have to break up with your significant other, but it's gotta be like a logical reason why you break up with somebody, and then we're gonna get that into the next one. We're not gonna hit that right now, but unless a guy is not hitting you, he's not being verbally abusive, and he's just trying to help you, you're not listening, whichever way it goes, whether it's either if it's her or him, work it out. But if it has to do with hitting and a verbal abuse and all that stuff, do not go for an ex-guy. Just break up. Just break it up, because you're just hurting yourselves, man. Like, you guys are just hurting yourselves, and it's very, very important that you guys just try to make it work. If it's either financially, is there grieving or anything like major, talk it amongst yourselves, because only you guys can change. The world's not going to change with you, and some people don't want to see you guys succeed. Some family members will not want to be with would allow you to be happy with the one that you got. You know, you have to try to be with the person that you want because that's what's best for you, but it's not to please the whole world. My family didn't like, to this day they kind of like don't like him only because he has put me in a spot where I changed my life for the better. My family wants me to continue going through my bad cycles. That's the only reason why. And his mom like learned how to love me. But we had to show the world, not only the world, but we had to show ourselves like we could handle our communication skills really well, and that we don't need any. Infidelity is not going to be playing its part in our relationship.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So
yeah, I think we can wrap it up right there.
But you guys, thanks for listening, and just leave a comments and like and subscribe, and
you got to tell them to smash the like button.
Smash the like button.
No, like with attitude, like
Smash
the like button, subscribe, leave a comment.
He has more energy than I do. Like I said, I've been testing, so I'm just like my mind is like, bleh.
I really don't. I'm tired too. But it's all good. Yeah, smash the like button, leave a comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you're notified whenever we put up new videos. And that's what the hell it's all about.
What the hell is all about? Peace.
Peace.